Do you ever worry that your cat's food might contain ingredients that aren't actually safe for cats? Or that the beautiful packaging and comforting slogans might be hiding some really nasty surprises? You're not alone. Let's be honest, a growing number of cat owners are realizing that some of the most popular cat foods on the market are filled with questionable byproducts, harmful additives, and some even contain contaminants that have been linked to serious health issues. This is a legitimate concern, especially when it's your cat's health on the line. Think about that. That's why in this video, we're counting down 9 cat foods to avoid at all costs. And here's the thing. We'll also share 2 that are actually worth your money and your trust. Stick with us to find out what to look for, what to run from, and which truly wholesome options you can feel good about feeding your feline friend. Will your favorite brand make the cut or be on our avoid list? Let's get started with the worst offender in our list. Number 9. All right, at the bottom of our list is 9 Lives, owned by Big Heart Pet Brands, a subsidiary of the J.M. Smucker Company. Once a nostalgic staple in American homes, 9 Lives has come under serious scrutiny in recent years, and for good reason. In 2018, multiple varieties of its canned cat foods were recalled due to potentially fatal low levels of thiamine, a vital B vitamin that cats need to maintain nerve function and overall health. According to the FDA, a deficiency in thiamine can cause neurological symptoms, including seizures and even death. One Reddit user recalled, "I lost a cat years ago, and looking back, I'm scared it might have been because of the food. We trusted the brand for decades." That's the kind of concern cat owners shouldn't have to live with, and here's the catch. Many still pick it up for its low price and familiar mascot. But is that worth the risk when your cat's health is on the line? That brings us to our next offender on the list. Number 8. Let's see who's holding down the number 8 spot, Meow Mix, another brand under the Big Heart Pet Brands umbrella, and yes, also ultimately owned by J.M. Smucker. Meow Mix markets itself as the irresistible cat food. But what may be irresistible to your cat's taste buds could be completely resistible to their long-term health. A recurring concern with Meow Mix is its heavy reliance on corn, soy, artificial colorings, and vague meat byproducts. And here's the thing about those byproducts. The term sounds like meat, but it often includes low-quality remnants from the meat processing industry that are not considered suitable for human consumption. According to a 2022 report from the Clean Label Project, Meow Mix scored poorly for its levels of contaminants, including heavy metals like lead and arsenic. As one concerned pet owner shared on a pet forum, "My cat's coat went dull, and her digestion changed drastically. Looking back, it started the moment we switched to Meow Mix." That seems to be the heart of it. What looks like a decent, affordable option can sometimes come with hidden costs to your pet's long-term well-being. So we've covered Meow Mix, and the story isn't pretty. But our next brand is a different beast entirely. Number 6. Taking the 6th spot is Special Kitty, the private label cat food brand sold exclusively at Walmart. Let's be honest, on the surface, it looks like an affordable alternative with wide availability. But Special Kitty has been at the center of not just one, but multiple safety concerns. The most alarming came in December 2019, when the FDA announced a formal recall of several Special Kitty canned food varieties due to potential health concerns involving ingredients that didn't meet the company's quality and safety standards. And here's the thing. These concerns were serious enough that the FDA warned the food could cause vomiting, diarrhea, and, more concerningly, neurological issues. The recall impacted products across several states, shaking consumer trust. Think about that. Online forums and Facebook groups lit up with fearful posts, many from owners reporting sudden illness in cats who had been eating Special Kitty for years. One longtime buyer summed it up perfectly. "I thought I was doing the right thing on a budget. Now I'm wondering if I contributed to my cat's kidney failure." That's a heartbreaking possibility no pet owner should have to carry. So we've covered several brands already with disturbing backstories. But can it really get worse? Our next brand brings things to a whole new level. Number 5. All right, at number 5, we have Fancy Feast, another product under the Purina umbrella. Known for its upscale branding and gourmet aesthetic, Fancy Feast markets itself as an indulgent dining experience for cats. But here's the catch. Behind those tiny, elegant cans lies a recipe loaded with troubling ingredients. A closer look reveals that many Fancy Feast wet food varieties contain artificial flavors, unnamed meat byproducts, and even carrageenan, an additive derived from seaweed that has been linked to gastrointestinal inflammation in some studies. According to a 2021 analysis by the Environmental Working Group, carrageenan has raised enough red flags that many human food brands have removed it, yet it remains common in pet products. As one cat owner put it, "I wanted to give my cat something fancier, but she kept vomiting and seemed uncomfortable afterward." Fancy Feast felt like a treat, but it really wasn't. That seems to be the heart of it. The packaging promises gourmet care, but the ingredients tell another story. It's genuinely frustrating when you're trying to do better for your pet, but end up with more problems. But stay with us, because our next brand has some of the most bizarre consumer complaints we've ever come across. Number 4. Let's see who's holding down the number 4 spot, Whiskas, a well-known name globally and a brand under the Mars pet care conglomerate. You might recognize Whiskas by its distinctive purple packaging and catchy advertising. But here's the thing. What you may not realize is how often it's criticized for prioritizing palatability over nutrition. Whiskas dry food formulas are especially problematic, regularly using corn gluten meal and meat byproducts as their main protein sources instead of whole meats. Think about that. Your cat might be eating more filler than actual food. Even more concerning, consumer watchdog reports in the UK and Australia have flagged quality issues extending back over a decade. In 2020, Australian buyers flooded social media with stories of their cats experiencing sudden lethargy and digestive distress, prompting calls for investigations into certain batches. One frustrated cat owner summed it up perfectly. "It looked like cat food, but my cats wouldn't even touch it, and the one who did got sick the same night." When food looks the same but inexplicably causes issues, it raises real red flags. Despite its broad availability and international branding, the recurring feedback suggests a lack of consistent quality oversight. So we've covered Whiskas, and the story is troubling. But our next brand takes us into territory where even trusted names aren't safe from scrutiny. You won't believe who's next. Number 3. Let's see who's holding down the number 3 spot, Hill's Science Diet, and this one often surprises people. With a name like Science Diet and a reputation for being vet-recommended, you'd expect nothing but the highest standards. But here's the twist. In 2019, Hill's Pet Nutrition issued a massive recall of over 20 different varieties of canned dog food due to toxic levels of vitamin D. And while this particular scandal involved dog food, it sent ripples through the pet food community, raising questions about quality control across their product lines. Many cat owners became wary, especially given that Hill's often uses similar formulations and suppliers for both their cat and dog food ranges. And here's the thing, even without the recall, critics have long pointed out that certain Science Diet cat food formulas include corn gluten meal, wheat, and soy, ingredients that provide bulk but little nutritional value for obligate carnivores like cats. Think about that. These are animals that evolved to eat primarily meat, being fed diets heavy in grains. As one frustrated pet owner put it, "I wanted the best, So I went with the brand the vet sold. Turns out it was full of fillers. I felt tricked. That seems to be the heart of it. The brand leans heavily on trust and prestige, but the ingredient lists sometimes tell a very different story. So we've covered Hill's science diet, and the picture isn't pretty. But can you guess who's next? Our number 2 brand has faced accusations that go beyond just a bad recipe. Number 2. Let's see who's taking the second worst spot. Blue Buffalo, a brand that built its reputation on being natural and trustworthy, with slogans like, "Love them like family, feed them like family." But here's where things get really unsettling. In 2014, Blue Buffalo admitted in a class action lawsuit that some of its pet food actually contained poultry byproduct meals, despite packaging that explicitly claimed otherwise. That lawsuit ended in a $32 million settlement, one of the largest false advertising settlements in the pet food industry. Think about that. You're paying a premium for a product based on trust and quality, and instead, you're getting ingredients they promised to avoid. And while some formulas have improved over time, others still contain ingredients like carrageenan and mannadione sodium bisulfite, a synthetic form of vitamin K that has raised safety concerns. As one disillusioned buyer wrote on a pet blog, "We switched because we believed the ads, but my cat's health issues actually got worse, not better." That seems to be the heart of it. A trusted brand that fails to live up to its own core promises can leave pet owners feeling betrayed. But if you're still watching and finding these details valuable, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave the number 2 in the comments below, just to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll consider subscribing and ringing that bell so you don't miss a thing. Your support is what allows us to keep creating helpful content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's get back to it, because our number 1 brand may just be the most shocking of them all. Number 1. And now we've reached the absolute top of our list, the cat food that deserves to be avoided more than any other, and it's none other than Fancy Feast's close cousin, Purina Cat Chow. Let's be honest, this is another offering from the Nestlé Purina giant that's marketed as a reliable, vet-approved staple, especially for multi-cat households or shelters looking for budget-friendly dry food. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Multiple formulas under the Cat Chow label contain a troubling mix of corn and soy as the first ingredients, artificial colors like red 40 and yellow 5, and unnamed meat meals. Think about that. These aren't just unwanted additives. They are ingredients that offer little to no value for your cat's actual nutritional needs. In fact, a 2023 data analysis conducted by Truth About Pet Food ranked Cat Chow among the lowest in ingredient transparency and nutritional quality. One disheartened Redditor captured what many feel when they realize what they've been feeding their pet. "We trusted it for years because it was always on the shelf. Then our vet showed us what was in it, and I felt like I'd unknowingly shortchanged my cats every single day." That seems to be the heart of it. The convenience and familiarity can hide some really major red flags. But now that we've covered the foods to absolutely avoid, let's pivot to something much more hopeful. Because there's a common feeling that all cat food brands must be cutting corners, but that's not true, and there are a few that are truly worth your attention and your trust. Let's talk about the cat foods that are actually worth your trust. First up on that list is Tiki Cat. This brand has developed a devoted following, and here's the catch: it's for good reason. Tiki Cat offers high-protein, grain-free recipes made with real named meats like wild-caught tuna and chicken, and they're proud to list exactly what's in every can, with no cheap fillers or mystery ingredients. Think about that. Testing revealed the transparency and clean ingredient panel truly deliver what they promise, and as one fan put it, "I noticed improvements in my cat's coat, digestion, and energy within weeks of switching." That seems to be the heart of it. If you're looking for a nutrient-dense wet food that aligns with what cats were actually meant to eat, Tiki Cat is a top contender. You can find it at most pet retailers and online, often in convenient variety packs to suit even the pickiest eaters. But that's not all. Let's look at one more brand that's earned its place as a safe and wholesome choice. Our final recommendation is Weruva, a family-owned brand that has carved out a niche for itself by offering moisture-rich, ethically sourced cat food made in human food facilities. Let's be honest, this is food produced with the same safety standards you'd expect from what goes on your own plate, which is pretty remarkable. Weruva recipes are free from grains, carrageenan, and artificial additives, focusing instead on real cuts of meat and simple, digestible ingredients. And here's the thing. Many formulas even have visible chunks of chicken breast, fish, or beef, giving you confidence in exactly what you're feeding your feline. Think about that. One reviewer summed it up perfectly. "My senior cat became more active and alert after switching to Weruva. It's like she turned back the clock." That seems to be the heart of it. It's about finding food that honors your cat's health, not just your budget or convenience. You can find Weruva at most specialty pet stores and online in a wide range of textures and proteins to suit individual preferences. So there you have it. 9 cat foods to steer clear of, and 2 truly worth putting in your cart. What about you? Have you had experiences, good or bad, with any of the brands we covered today? Did your go-to brand make the safe list or the avoid list? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on content that helps keep your pets happy and healthy. Stay informed, and we'll see you next time. The bottom line is this. Choosing the right cat food isn't just about reading labels or going with a familiar name. It's about loving your cat enough to question the status quo, to look beyond the marketing, and to seek out what truly supports their health and happiness. And here's the thing. You don't have to be a nutritionist or spend a fortune, but staying informed makes all the difference. Think about that. We hope this video gave you the confidence to take that next step, whether it's switching brands or simply starting a new conversation with your vet. Thank you again for being here, for caring as much as you do, and for wanting the best for your feline companions. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and give your cat some extra head scratches from us today. And just remember, you're not alone in this journey. There's a whole community of cat parents out there asking these same questions and taking that extra moment before simply tossing any food into their shopping cart. Let's be honest, every small step you take toward better choices truly counts, and your cat absolutely deserves that level of consideration. If you found a brand that works wonderfully for your feline friend, or if this video helped open your eyes to something new, please share your experiences in the comments below. Your insight could make all the difference for someone else's beloved pet. Think about that. From all of us here, thank you again for watching, for learning alongside us, and most importantly, for loving your cats the way they truly deserve. We'll see you in the next video.